Hello everyone! We are back with One Piece cards and opening not only Fist of Divine Speed OP11, but a whole box of a Legacy of the Master OP12. I still want to say OPO because of like OPO 1 through 9.
Exactly.
It's just my instinct, but your instinct should be to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy. So without further ado, I'm just going to start us off with probably a mishit right here. Oh, that's super rare.
Nice. That's pretty good.
That's super rare.
Start off with our...
Starting off with an SR. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Speaking of this card, I'll talk about probably one of the best ban lists I've ever seen.
It's definitely been interesting, for sure.
Not only did Blue Nami get banned, quote unquote, because she was just reprinted, since you have to reprint leaders if you ban them, for sure. Not only that, but
We got the Dawn.
on top
I love this one, actually.
of that, we have her reprinted with an East Blue only text, where you can only include East Blue cards in the deck, which definitely reduces the power level, but also makes sure she doesn't run away with every single blue event, and just plays like Solitaire. We don't really have to go aggro. I think that's the main issue they were having, not necessarily the power level, just how it played like literally Solitaire, where you didn't interact with your opponent too much, where you were just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to just mill whatever you're doing, and it's like, wait, we kind of want you to at least try to go aggressive. Use these cards like Usopp, where it's like, okay, if I hit you, I mill 7 cards. People don't try to use that because, like, okay, but it's incredibly risky. They want you to take that risk element in a deck and just be like, okay, event, and then yeah, you're done.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the main things.
Ooh.
I think a lot of it, nice, was the fact that they always had to build around Nami, kind of like with the Law, very similar band reasoning. They wanted to not have to always think about, oh, if I make this low-cost draw card for blue, Nami's just going to use it and run away with it.
Or if I make this low-cost purple thing that withstands a bunch of Dawn,
then Law's going to run away with it and kill everybody.
yes.
Yeah, or like if I make a good red or purple 4 costs,
I definitely think they made the promo Law like too bad, for sure. I for sure think
there's like
so.
literally no.
It felt like a first set leader with how like underwhelming that felt, if that makes any sense.
I got the Zoro, the basic,
But
Sabo.
Speaking of the next part of the ban list, or really just unreleasing, because no one was really banned because either a reinstation with Nami, a banned pair, which I didn't understand this at first. I had to have him explain it to me that it's not just, you can only use the explanation of Blue Purple Luffy with either Charlotte Linlin, the OPO6,
I think it's
7, and no, 8, OPO 8.
Yeah, it's 2 legends.
6, 7. No, it's fine. It's for 2 legends, the Charlotte Linlin from OPO 8 or the Charlotte Katakuri from OPO 11. No, you can not use them both. So the band pair A is the Blue Purple Luffy leader, and B is both Charlotte Linlin and Charlotte Katakuri. So they are both banned from Blue Purple, which I really do appreciate, not only because that means Charlotte Katakuri can be used in his, his own deck, for example, because Charlotte Katakuri is an interesting Dawn minus deck in my opinion, so I wouldn't want that to be taken away from him specifically. But
SEC Bonnie.
Nice. Isn't that the A? That's a regular.
Normal one.
That's a normal?
This is the normal one.
I was looking at that like, that's a AA?
They
Nah,
cooked with the
that's
art
a
though,
regular
on
one.
the normal one, actually. It
That's
definitely
crazy.
looks better than a lot of the normal.
Chat, we saw someone pull the manga last night. It was
actually
insane. And then they had the audacity to say, I didn't get anything I wanted from this set.
Like,
You got the manga. You got the manga. You got the manga. Bro, ain't no way.
Yeah, like,
Ain't no way. You
Ain't no way you
actually
say you-
pulled the manga, and then
Yeah,
you
pulled the
said,
best in the
I
box,
did
and
not
I'm
get
like,
what I want.
Nah,
What are we
I
talking
actually
about?
didn't get what I wanted, chat.
What are we talking
It's
about here?
like, boy.
Confusing
make?
lore? Question mark?
Yeah, confusing.
But
lore for
that-
real, actually.
Is how that happens for freaking sure. And I don't know about all that. But what I do know is I just managed to pull the freaking Alpha Gmail. Let's go. Oh my goodness gracious. Pow! I got actually pretty good stuff from these
You actually
random
got
packs.
some really good stuff from those packs. Are they just
These
kind
are
of going to
just
different
going from
tournaments?
Yeah, no, I just pulled 3 super rares, one of them being AA, so we take it.
Yeah, that's definitely some good hits. We always take the good hits for sure.
Dang. Okay. With that,
Lehiori.
we take it.
Yeah.
We take
Yeah,
it for
he's
sure.
He's definitely cooking
For
me
sure.
for
And then
sure.
one secret rare from the box, pretty good.
I'm just glad I've been getting some of the green rares so far, at least.
All right. Probably an event card, which I wouldn't be too disappointed about.
Which event cards are you wanting?
Oh, that's just an event card. I just knew it was gonna be event card because I just know I just know the borders. Just know how the borders look at this point.
Oh, that makes sense. I didn't know if you're
Like,
talking about.
nah, not a specific event. I just knew it was gonna be an
specific
event card in the back.
I see.
And I was like, it's a leader pack. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yes, the old Forsaken.
And
Yeah, it is very
then
interesting how they
after
do
that, they unbanned Sakazuki.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
that was a ban list. I was pretty shook. I didn't think they really need to adjust anything, but now saying this, like, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. I mean,
Nice.
blue, purple, okay. And if they
Yeah,
ever
I'm
decide
gonna
it's
say
too
it's a
much,
little.
they can, like, undo the banned pair at some point.
Exactly.
I feel like that could definitely happen. Not now for sure, but
It's definitely a possibility.
sometime. Especially with all these other crazy decks coming up in the format, I just don't think that's not a non-possibility.
Exactly. It's definitely there, especially with them unbanning Sakazuki.
Not only
I never would have
Sakazuki,
guessed.
Buggy the Clown is super strong. The new Sabo looks super good as well. And then we have the Gold Roger Emu. Horgassi Ace looks very interesting as a deck.
Yes, Ace does look pretty good. I'm excited about that one.
Of course, you have the old staples like green, purple, well, older green, purple, because, you know, pretty recent in the timeline. And then you have, of course, older staples like Bello
This
Betty.
one is so good.
coming
in the
into the meta.
pre-release.
It was.
This Crocodile, I was able to get
It
two of
was.
them. Just that +2 every time. The plus 2,000 power. Late game was so amazing.
Yeah, that was the card I used to put it to the top of his life, because it was me and him final match. He was like, okay, I set down this Crocodile. I'm like, I'm gonna remove it. He's like,
I was like, bro, how?
question mark? I was like, yeah, Slam Gibson. And it's like, I was like, Slam Gibson, bottom. And it's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, that puts a 9 or less at the bottom of your life. It is Teemu, Raigo, Kingdom Come. It is Teemu Kingdom Come.
Yes, this one there.
It is a replacement for the Kingdom Come event. Obviously not to support an L, to support Supernovas, which, I mean, fair enough, support Supernovas.
Exactly.
Support Supernovas. It's an... Supernovas is Yellow Supernova is always pretty good.
Kind of any random cards it can get its hands on.
These days, yeah, I can.
Yeah, they don't give it any actual support.
As no, they don't.
It was,
After EVO2, they
after
were just
EVO2,
like,
they're like, never again, bro.
because they keep banning cards related to an L just because it's an L. I just don't like an L. It feels like and yellow in general. It's not even
nice,
that crazy.
That Dawn looks pretty good.
Because I was gonna use, I was like, dang, I probably could have ran Raigo and Vegapunk.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely a really good card. It was sad to see it leave an L, to be honest. I'm really curious to see how our meta specifically will shape up with primarily Sakazuki being unbanned and then Blue Purple Luffy not being as dominant as it was.
Yeah, because our meta is definitely not
our meta will
going
be 100%
to
different
be
now.
the same just because of how much specific cards they have. Not only banned, but also unbanned to give it for sure. But I appreciate it. The only thing that is going to be said, though, is how slow Nami is going to be on the upturn to get back online, quote unquote, because of I do not expect that promo to come very soon. I expect it to be like next year even. So like because they're not too quick about that most of the time. I just don't expect that to be fast.
Yeah, that's the only sad part about it. Really, is the fact that it's going to take them
Nami's just going to completely disappear out of the meta, and it's not going to be crazy.
That's going to disappear because they're going to take forever on that promo.
And then once it comes back, yes, it will come back in Block 4, so that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty nice for it to come back in Block 4.
It gets to come back in Block 4, because that means that it has a very high potential for hopefully some new support. We got the Boa SR. This one's super good in Rayleigh.
Nice. He pulled alt Rayleigh, so that's why he's excited about it. That's why he's super excited about that.
I'm pretty excited about that. And I already kind of had it on my list to build, so I'm actually super excited. Planning on building the Zoro deck as well. So I'm glad that we've been getting some of the green rares. Just hope to get some of the Mihawks.
Damn!
Dang, you've been hitting fire out of those packs.
Alt Art 10 drop Lin
That 10 drop Lin, that's really good.
Wait, why am I putting her in the clear sleeve? Let me.
I was curious about that.
The one clear sleeve I have. No, let's put her in this one.
That's nice. That looks
Dang!
nice.
This is. Dang, that's pretty good. It's pretty good about the hit rates you expect out of a box.
Yeah, you've been hitting really good. Yeah, some SRs, some alts.
Two alts.
Yeah, dang, you've been getting fire over there.
That's what you expect out of a box is 2 alts.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro says that, and as it's like, I hate this. No, he does not.
It looks a little.
It does look a little goofy. And it does look a little goofy, though. I will say that.
But it's definitely
more accurate.
More accurate, and it's a good card. So it's
definitely a good card for category for sure.
Exactly. So it's definitely not a bad one to pull. At least it's usable. I like those the best. The alt that you can actually use in the game. I always hate it when they make a super cool alt and then it's like the worst card ever.
No, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can never use this card.
But now they're making crazier alts these days, I feel like.
That's so real.
Because not only are they doing alternate arts of all these really crazy cards, they're doing alternative arts of these like rare events, even like.
Yes, I love those manga style events, like with Dead Man's Game. Or like Honesty Impact.
Boost both.
Yes, I was that one too.
My Age.
Oh yeah.
Gum
all those
Giant, which people really thought was gonna be just hit, but I think Bandai realized that yes, it definitely could be banned, and people would not be too mad about that. I think there would be an understanding that it's like, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, but they also understood that's like that. All of Purple, or most of Purple does use it, though.
Yeah.
Most of Purple does use it. And,
yeah, it's
and they realize
not very well.
If they do it, it's gonna like make
Purple
Straw Hat just kind of evaporate because it's kind of a defense.
Yeah, they really need. Yeah, it's just so good. Yeah, they like really need it for the defense. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how that would have shaken stuff up. I also think a lot of part of it was that they were putting out those.
I do like how they did a pair
events.
ban though. And realized that I feel like they could have done that with like Doflamingo instead and pair ban him
100%.
with Jinbei. So Boa Hancock could have still used Jinbei.
Yeah, I honestly wish they did that. I'm glad they're starting that now at the
I'd
very
like
least.
them to do that more.
But I'd definitely like to see that more in the future. Just so
bans
they don't.
that aren't bans on specific cards, because obviously, like, Jinbei wasn't broken. At least I don't think so.
It definitely wasn't. It was just broken because you could use it off a leader effect.
It was broken because the deck was good, right? That's why it was quote unquote broken.
Let's go.
It's not because, oh, we really need to ban it, or, oh, it's, like, really, like, busted, like, something like Great Eruption, or, like, Ice Age, or...
Exactly. It wasn't inherently busted.
It wasn't inherently busted, right?
Just the
it
fact
was just, the deck around it was good, so we have to, like,
we have to ban
nerf
something.
it somehow.
Exactly.
We have to nerf the deck somehow, and that's how we're going to choose to do it. But I think I'm choosing to instead say, you know what, we're going to ban these cards from blue-purple specifically, and then, like, just be nice with that is definitely better decision-making, in my opinion, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
It just allows them to not, like, hurt other decks
other
that
random
actually
decks that actually
aren't even that crazy, and then just, like, get ran through into the ground for no reason.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm very glad that they're starting to do
one
that.
of those things where it's just like,
Yeah,
okay,
you don't want to snipe random
nah,
decks into the ground.
that wouldn't be that fun at all.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm glad they're keeping that in mind. That's definitely a good thing seeing forward.
Woo!
You pull some heat.
I think so.
Ooh, I got
Hold on. Wait. I think I was about to say let's go. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
I almost thought I was gonna pull Garp, no lie.
Oh, that would have been actually super hilarious.
Nah, I really thought I really did that expecting to pull Garp. I'm not even gonna cap.
That would have been hilarious.
But a double super impact, that's not too bad.
Yeah. How many SRs have you gotten out of those packs so far?
Like 5, it wasn't terrible.
That's really good. Yeah. And 2 ults. That's super good actually.
Well,
Yeah,
I think this is another super.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm hoping to get some more green supers. So I need one more Mihawk
Alright.
now.
Show me.
Oh, the Garp!
Yep.
The Garp, it just wasn't here yet.
I told you I
here
pull
yet.
Monkey D. Garp in this video. I told you I pull him in this video. I wasn't lying.
waiting.
I wasn't lying, bro.
It was like, hold on, guys, I'm almost here.
Katakuri type sentence though, right? I'm gonna pull Garp.
Exactly.
And it was in the next pack. Like, come on.
Bro, I had observation hockey.
Observation hockey sentence.
He's
Like,
like,
what
I
are
see
we
it, bro.
doing
I see it in the
here?
back. He's like, I'm finna open it.
Someone was talking about building the new Rosie. Because the Trafalgar Law is really good for that. Because I saw the vision on that. I was like, dang.
The new law. What does the law do?
If the number of
I
dark
haven't
cards
got
in your
one
field
of
is
those.
equal to or less than the number of opponent's field at Rampadon, it says active up to 1, and then all of your Don Quixote, Rosinante, and Heart Pirate type characters gain 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. And Sabo does this when you attach a dog, by the way, so he is actually just crazy leader. A crazy leader. No, he's probably gonna be one of the standouts of OP 13, along with, I'd say, just redoing green red Luffy. I think that's kind of awesome. for the new era, they're just gonna do them again. But it really seems like they were giving Film all the support in green, though, huh? Except for the new green Luffy. It feels like there was just really Film support.
Yeah, I was watching a video the other day. I haven't looked into it, but it was talking about how when you use the Shanks, you can't use it for events either.
You can't play any more cards that turn?
That's what I was getting the vibes of, and I was like, interesting. I was like, I did not know that.
I really thought the text said you can't play any more characters this turn.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I'll have to look back on it because he was like, yeah, it was some kind of misunderstanding, but yeah, you can't play any more characters, or any, you like have to use them on the characters. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was like, I had no idea.
That's pretty good. Yeah, no. With that being said, obviously, and of course, my glorious King Vegapunk got
Exactly.
Finished. Really finished.
Getting
Not
the
just buff, but the deck is finished. The deck is like finished. Like it just has what it has. Like it finally got top end like 7, 9. So like that's my code finish. Like especially because I like to go first with that deck. Like anyway.
Exactly.
Other people might say, "Oh, we'll go second." And there's definitely situations where you want to steal second away from your opponent just because.
Exactly.
You need to steal second away from your opponent. Like, that's just what needs to happen. You do need to do that. Like, absolutely. There are some moments where you need to take second away from them. For sure.
That's 100% accurate.
Blackbeard, although I saw Blackbeard match up in which they didn't have the 10 drop, and it was a little like, oh, well, what do I do that for?
Yes, exactly.
It made sense. If I had to go back in time and do it again, I would have done it again for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because you expect to see the 10 cost, and it's like, what? No 10 cost? What?
Oh, did you get the done?
Yeah.
Nice.
That is what happened, and they were like, yeah, no, I just didn't see the 10 cost. I'm like, how you Blackbeard? How do you not see the 10 cost?
That's so...
You milk your deck as fast as like
so
Emu or Sakazuki, which now I don't think Emu, seeing how Emu plays, is what truly made me understand how good Sakazuki's leader effect is. Because Trash 1, Draw 1 doesn't seem crazy. It does not seem crazy until you actually see not only how it triggers all like the X and XYZ amounts of cards and trash effects, not only, but you see how much filtering and how much consistency you get from your deck. It's the consistency.
100%. Oh yeah, being able to just pretty much hit anything you want and always be able to, you pretty much see 2 cards every turn, and then you can just
the consistency part in the deck is what really
100%.
Gets
it's
it
just
for
so
sure.
consistent, and that is really what's key in a lot of these strong meta decks. Is if they can be consistent, then that's a huge part of them being good.
Because it's like how I feel like it's because every DBZ deck has that effect, or most of them do. Some of them do not, and they end up being pretty bad. So, well, most of them that don't have it end up being pretty bad. I think my Glorious King Shallot, who doesn't have a draw on the front side and instead has his leader effect on the front side, more like a one-piece leader, is pretty interesting for sure.
Oh, we got the Alt Reiju. Nice.
Playing for a 3-hit box, because I know those exist.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen them a pretty good amount in this set.
I've seen someone get a Wings of a Captain box type beat where they got, like, I think they got Boof Burst, the Dead Man's Game, and then, like, Altart, like, Zoro Leader or something.
That's insane.
I think that's what they got. And it was actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that is actually crazy. That's what I need right now.
Because they set it up like Exodia, where it was like all 5 pieces.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
I definitely do think they could do another alternate WinCon deck.
I really think they might. eventually. I think it's very interesting. I just have no idea what they would do, to be honest. But I really think it would be
There's
very
definitely
interesting.
other ways. Like, there's, like death counters or whatever I've seen from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's, like, you have, like, the death counter style decks where if you, like, get a certain number of tokens, you win. Or I've seen turn decks where, if you last for X number of turns, you win the deck. Which is just stall, which, you know... You're kind of waiting for someone or something to arrive, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like
that makes sense.
like in Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like the final countdown for the end of the world. You have to wait like 16 turns, something like very long. But it's consistent. You can consistently slow down your opponent enough so it's actually one of the best win cons, alternate win cons in the deck. Entire game, because of the fact that it's balanced around the fact that you're not supposed to be able to use... It's balanced around card draw because you don't have any... You can play every single card like as you kind of see it. Or you can if you like have the opportunity to, because they have very specific like turn ordering. Or like, no, play ordering, if that makes sense. You have to play it like this. It's not like free turns. Sometimes it's like free turns with like One Piece and Dragon Ball. Other times you have specific turn orders. You have it's only specific phases where you can battle. Only specific phases where you can like...
Oh, yeah. Like, it's pretty specific on when you can...
When you can battle, when you can like draw a card, when you can like do all this kind of stuff.
With the main phase.
It's pretty open with the main phase in One Piece and Dragon Ball, which I think they're just sister games with how much they do stuff. Come on, let this be a hit.
Yes, sir, please.
I think it is a hit.
Yes.
I'm fairly positive it's a hit. I'm fairly positive I saw something shiny. It seems shiny. This is at least a super rare. This is at least a super rare. At least a super rare. Yeah, that's at least a super rare.
At least it's a super rare, exactly.
That's technically a hit. That's still technically a hit.
We will definitely take it. Yeah, 2-hit.
2-hit box.
Raise you.
But you can get 3 hits, so it's not too bad. Not too bad.
And Bonnie.
But I was waiting for them to do my guaranteed hitbox. Is what we're talking about. Oh. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Guaranteed 3 hits would be nice.
They need to do that. They need to start
I don't think a lot of people know the math on it though. It's like, oh, that's guaranteed. I'm like, yeah, there's guarantees in these things because it's, you know, that's how it is. When you start looking at the bigger picture, it looks a lot more guaranteed odds than anything else, if that makes sense. Not once you can pull, because you can just pull like 14 Charlotte Linlands for sure, but...
We got 7... Well, yeah, we got 7 SRs, if you count. Yeah, we got 7 SRs if you count this alt that we got. We got 6 normal.
How did I get like 6 SRs out of like...
That's crazy. Yeah, the Mihawk is the one I'm really happy that we hit. Now I just need 1 more.
And I got 2 alts out of like not even a box. That's insane.
You literally got more ults than I pulled in a box.
That's crazy. Usually... Chat, is this the first time I won a box battle?
I definitely think... Yeah.
This might be. This might be.
And I think you beat me in... Oh, wait. Yeah, we did.
Ratio. You got the secret layer, though, so I don't know.
I think you... Yeah, it's how
You're the only one who pulled the secret layer this video, though, so... I don't know. That's one of the things you're going to have to let us in the comments. You're going to have to let us know in the comments know. Who won the box battle? I actually don't know. This is actually kind of close. This is actually kind of close. This is one of those box battles where it's like, yo, this is kind of close. He might have got it for the secret rare, though. I'm not even gonna lie. Because you got the alt Reiju and the secret, right?
Oh, yeah. So
that is an insane looking secret, by the way. I was like, actually. Oh, that's the alt, right? It's like, no. Like, wait, what? Huh? It's not the alt? No, it's not the alt. What? Yeah, no, that thing is not the alt. Somehow. That is shiny. That is...
It's definitely...
It looks like an alt to me. Especially without the name. That looks like an alt for sure.
It has the alt
does.
For sure.
It definitely does.
They definitely improved on the base quality of just the normal...
If you told me that was an alt, I wouldn't look past you on that one. Because it scales... Really nice. It scales to an alt art super rare, right? It definitely does scale to an alt-art super rare, but I managed to pull all these, and then
we did get the boa as well.
So let's just show off both of these. Let's go. Let's freaking go. So, of course, we're going to do that. Watch the latest One Piece episode. Hopefully, they do Planet Fall.
For the One Piece episode today that's dropping.
Because my boy, my GOAT is on life support. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that is pretty true, unfortunate. Hey, maybe he can get some HP, bro.
No. I fear that is actually not going to happen.
He has 2 HP like in the One Piece card.
No, bro.
He's on 2
actually,
HP out of 100.
2 HP is actually the most accurate statement I could have given. 2 HP is super accurate.
Yeah, he's on 2 HP.
Unfortunately.
Right now.
And I will definitely explain to him after the you know, what happens, why 2 HP is, like, actually the most... He doesn't know, like, I've caught up with the manga.
Yeah,
he was with the anime,
I'm
so
with the anime
that's
right now,
actually
so
super...
I've not...
All of the manga owners would be like, oh yeah, that is actually, like, super accurate. 2 HP is super accurate. But... I'm happy.
Dang, I would say that you beat me on the box battle, to be honest.
I don't know. The gang of Secret Rare is pretty good.
We'll have to let the comments let us know.
The Secret Rare is pretty freaking good, though. I will say that.
Yeah, the SEC is pretty good to pull.
Nah, but we need those demon packs now.
That's facts. We need them now. Just stuff them in the bag.
I think they did one God pack. It's like, oh, cool, yay, it's fun. God pack's like, that's not something you get, though. Like, right?
That's the thing. Like, I want to know the rarity of.
Now, I would like the demon pack to be I would like that. Like, I would like something like that for like us. Like, I would like an AA. I would like a chase pack, but like make it like the hit rate of like a manga. So at least you see the one guy.
Yes,
pull the pack, like just the one guy, but you see it for the one time, right? Because you always see the manga for the one time. We saw the Blackbeard manga for the one time, the Bonnie manga for the one time, even
saw that dude
like last night.
Sabo and Ace.
He like laughed like this. He was like,
that went crazy.
Bonnie manga! Like, that's exactly more accurate what he did.
Yes, it's literally exactly how it happened. I was like, what's going on?
It was understandable, too, because he pulled the freaking manga, and then he was like, nah, I didn't pull anything I wanted to pull.
It's like, boy! It's like, you can use that to get...
And then he proceeded to say, okay, I didn't pull anything I was looking for. Happy now? And we're like, no, you don't not look for the manga, right?
Exactly.
No, absolutely.
Exactly. You always cope a little bit.
Set 7 for DB is the one where it's like they actually are starting to make their mangas look actually kind of decent. Their mangas are starting to get good. And their alt-art Secret Rares, because they do it so where if you can tell if a card's not getting a manga just based off of their alt-art Secret Rare, just because of the fact that the alt-art Secret, if it looks good, if it looks too good, then you know it's not getting a manga.
Yes, exactly.
Because it makes sense, right? It's their last rarity, so they gotta make it look, they gotta make the alt look really good.
It be like a banger.
Like the Shenron Goku card, one of the best cards in the set. That's how I knew that guy wasn't getting a manga, because that card looks so freaking awesome. And it's a triple strike. Imagine if One Piece did that one day.
That would be crazy, actually.
That, I think, would be actually too unbalanced for One Piece. It's slightly balanced in Dragon Ball, just because...
slightly balanced because you have 8 life. But it's also...
slightly unbalanced as well. So, you can think about that.
Because everyone wants to take their first couple lives.
I was about to say, what...
It's not like they're actually protecting this.
What use case would you get out of a triple strike?
Just killing him.
I mean, yeah, but, like... I feel like if, like, right, this was like an end game card, I feel like this wouldn't do crazy much. Because I feel like unless if you're Vegapunk, like, right, you wouldn't be at that much HP for this to go off, or like specifically decks like a Nell, like, right? I think in the end game you would be at like 2 at least life.
It would be an attack your opponent has to block. But the way, it'd just be crazy.
Whipping all of your life is still pretty good, though, so I feel like that would still get use. I feel like that would get
that
used.
would be.
I want to see 3 secret layers in a Dragon Ball set, though, because I know
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. I'd say this over and over
Yeah,
again.
I'm
They're
glad they did 3.
sister games, so I can see one set having
definitely
3
see them
secret layers.
Doing
Because
3.
the only time they've actually done a manga that's not a secret layer is a set they literally did not introduce any secret layers, and that's Side Booster 01, Mega Booster 01. So that's the set that they didn't introduce any new SECs, because they gave a manga alternate art to the 7-drop Goku instead. So that's the manga reprint they did. They gave him a manga reprint, which is crazy that you give a card 2 God Rares.
Yes, exactly.
2 God Rares. It's a good staple, though. It is a really good staple.
We're stacking them.
You can run in any deck, even Dawn minus deck for the One Piece players out there, and who would understand what that means. You can even run it in Dawn minus decks, because it's like Purple, where it's a ramp style, where you ramp, and get to your high cost, so it's a 7 cost, which is pretty high. But you can actually have it -3, 4 costs in hand to get to a 3-drop if you have 2 or less life, which is fairly low for Dragon Ball since you start at like 8.
Oh, yeah. That's very true.
I would have liked them to print the life totals on the cards, on the leader cards, though. I feel like that will be interesting.
Yeah, I definitely feel like
Just because, and hear me
made
out, I would like a deck with a lower starting life total.
Exactly, I was going to say.
To have a lower awakening total. To have the effect be like really, like you really want to get the effect, like, right? I feel like that would be good.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the main kind of.
I really like
so
Shallot.
far.
He's one of the most unique leaders in the game, just because you have your leader effect on your front side.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily need to flip, which I think is pretty interesting. You do have to sacrifice your draw for it, which is it's a fun trade-off, actually. It's an interesting trade-off. You actually have to consider the trade-off, because it's a real trade-off. Like,
Yeah, not drawing that many times.
not
is
drawing, you can
kind
like
of
every
painful.
deck is Sakazuki, but like better in terms of their drawing. So not having the draw one it's big. It hurts.
Oh, yeah,
It really
definitely
does
so.
hurt. For
That
sure.
that is kind of true. Every deck is Sakazuki.
Every deck has just the draw one and not trash one.
But yeah, you just net game.
There's
value.
only Broly has draw one, trash one.
Yeah, you get so much value
Every deck has draw one
every
on
single time.
attack. Most decks, at least, because some decks do sacrifice the draw one. Decks like Goma just to play cards, just because it's boom, 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 and then swing again, swing again. It's Zoro, like it's the Zoro deck where it's like swing again, swing again, swing again, swing again, swing again, swing again, and again.
Exactly.
That's how I like it. That's why I build him, because number 1, I have all the stuff, and number 2, it's like, yo, this deck that just goes swing, 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 swing. And it's like, oh, you're gonna bring that as a card fest? I'm like, absolutely not. It is only complete in FBO 7, so it's FBO 6 meta.
It would
He
not
is
be cooking. It'd
something
be half baked.
something I would have to at least play test with him to at least get the basics of, because I'm like, this deck looks like it's just a lot of bricks.
Yeah.
Because it does, right? But it's the main gimmick where it actually uses the stage to full effect. It has a lot of stages. It's based around, like, okay, like, you know how Star Wars Rayleigh is based off of, like, all events? Like, just
Oh yeah, it has a ton
event,
of,
event,
has tons of
right?
those hockey events.
Events.
Yeah, those hockey events go crazy actually.
It's like if you do that, but with on-play stages. So where you just recycle a bunch of stages over and over and over again, and not only play a bunch from your hand, but you play a bunch from drop, and then you start recycling your stage over and over and over again, and just keep getting benefits out of recycling your stage. Because it's one of them, such as raw one, which is not that good. Your 2 stages you want to use are the one that KOs a 4 or less rest in your opponent's board, or the really important stage.
Good.
No, it's actually not the best one. The best one is the one that restands your 4 or less. Obviously, that's the one you want to play 8 times in a turn, and just be like, okay, 30k, 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 30k.
That's crazy.
30k, 30k.
How can you play so many
30K.
times in the same turn?
Because you okay, let's say it's like, okay, 30k, stage, we stand. 30k, stage, we stand. 30K. Stage. We stand.
How can you
30K.
just keep using the stage over and over again?
Because there's cards that play the stage, cards that of swing play the stage. You can cheat out a 3 cost with the loot effect that replays the stage. There's a card that literally says rest it, play another stage.
How many stages do you run?
A lot. You run a lot of stages to get this going because you want to play stages and recycle stages.
What's your deck size? Do you go all the way up to 60?
I don't go all the way up to 60. I think it's more. I think it's more consistent. I'm a truther in the 50 deck size just because of consistency.
A deck like that, when you want to run so many stages.
No, actually, I would still go to 50.
Or would you still go to 50?
I feel like you recycle stages a lot more than you would think. You want to play the stages, yeah, but some stages are like, okay, you run the stage as just like a draw 1 card. It's just pay 1, draw 1, right? It's not necessarily supposed to be anything other than a pay 1, draw 1, like, right? It's supposed to just be that. And then one of the stages that's supposed to be your specific removal event. Like, it's your removal event. It's your 1 removal event in the deck. And then that's what the point of those stages are for. And then the other stage is your gas stage. It's supposed to be the stage that says, okay, we stand.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
That's why I want to play the deck, because not only is it aggressive in that style, its leader effect is play a body.
Right.
And then there's a 3-cost Golem that's coming out that says, okay, because you have to, okay, let me explain. Leader effect, you have to trash your stage to play a 3-cost. Your 3-cost says play a stage from your trash, which restands one of your other 4 cost or less characters, so you can go 30K face. That's why he's only a 15K stat line. But he's actually not that bad because of only the fact that you want this just because the deck is bricks. As I said, the deck is full of bricks. The Searcher is a 2K somehow. The top end is a 1K somehow. This 3 cost, a 2K, just for, I know it's a 10K, but I'm explaining this in like One Piece terms, right? Like 2K counter. On your field, by the way, after you play them on your field there, it's still 10Ks. So it's pretty good. So you can use them like on play. So like, it's like, okay, you use your on play effect and then you say 10K block or like 10K combo power in, like, right? That's what, because it's only a 15K. Awakened leaders are 20K. So you want to just play this, use the on play, and then use it for combo power field to say like, okay, 30K, and I use that card 40K. It's going to be a very good deck. It has one of the most broken, it's not one of,
sounds really good.
The most broken Searcher. Can search for anything Daima in the deck. Yeah, your super combos, which are balancing these new Searchers. Top 3, it's like, why is it just top 3? That seems bad. Oh, you can search your super combo with it.
Yeah, that's pretty good that you can actually.
But then this deck is like the Searchers that like Emu was getting, where it's like, okay, it's a 2K counter Searcher, top 5 for Demon World, aka Dragon Ball Daima, and then you trash card from your hand, which is like, well, why is that good? You actually do want to have stages in your trash. You do want to start filtering your stages. It's like Sanji. You just want to start filtering events a bunch.
Oh, that makes sense.
You want to have that you want to have these trigger effects where it's like, if you have 4 events in your trash, like do this.
Yeah, like this one.
You want to start having filtering
in your trash. That makes sense.
Exactly, you want to start filtering. So it's like Emu in that way, where it's the trash 1 card from your hand is actually not a dependent because you can trash like an event you didn't want to see that game, and then just say, okay, I put that stage that gets me up to 3 stages because your leader, no, your 5 cost says trash 2. Draw 1 for every type of stage you have in your trash, so it's ideally a draw 3 after you trash 2, and then it's a 30K swing. But then after that, activate main, play a 4 cost active from your trash, says King Goma or less, so you can play the 4 cost King Goma. When attacking, play a field, so you play the field. And then after you swing with that card, you can obviously restand one. It's a 30K, so you can restand himself. swing them again, and then you use the leader effect to trash your field, play a 3-cost or less Goma, you play this Goma, play the field from your trash, play the Goma, and then you play that, swing him again for 30k, and this is all off of one 5-cost card and your leader effect.
That's crazy.
You play your 5-cost Goma into your 4-cost King Goma into your 3-cost King Goma.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot.
Very, very combo-y. So you have to make sure you do all your plays, especially on the simulator, because you have like chess timing, where you have like your 5 minutes. It regenerates, but you have your 5 minutes, so you don't want to like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a play you don't want to slow play. You do not want to slow play one of those plays.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's a lot, so you have to make sure you know what your deck is doing, so you don't like slow play. Because you can definitely do that on timers, because the timer is definitely relevant in our matchups.
The timer is a lot slower.
It was relevant in pre-release, because it's definitely, because these decks aren't like optimal in the slightest. I did get my search off where it was Perona into Mihawk.
Yes, I saw that.
All 3 of my games, I got.
That was crazy.
I got Perona. Wait, did I get Perona on all of my games? I think I got Perona on all 4 of my games.
That's nice.
Positive. And then I searched it, and then I hit something, because I hit 2 games that hit Mihawk, the blocker,
Oh, that's pretty good.
Obviously,
yeah,
okay, play that on the curve. That's very good. And someone's like, wait, why does it have the effect that you can't play a cost 7 or more? It's like, it's supposed to balance out the fact that the intended use of this card is supposed to be for you to play a 6-cost or less. That's what Bandai intended for you to do.
Yeah, so you play this on 10 and then you play a 6.
However, you have an effect where you're able to withstand Dawn, because that's green, withstanding Dawn, withstanding cards. It's like yellow from Fusion World, where you withstand a bunch of cards. In that sense, for sure.
Yeah,
withstand energy, withstand cards. They're the most similar decks, for sure. Green and yellow from Fusion World. Yellow from Fusion World and green from Dragon.
Because if you could play 7, you could play the 7-drop Super Luffy, and then you can play out a 4-drop.
7-drop who?
The Luffy film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because then you could spit out a 4-drop character.
But now the intended play is you can play the 6-drop Secret Warrior Luffy.
Too bad, because then you can still play
the 6-drop Secret Warrior Luffy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who also withstands Dawn cards. So you can play more cards off of that. More low-cost cards. It's basically so you don't be like, okay, Cavendish, I get like more Dawn, Smoker leader effect, because that guy you use him in Smoker just because he's a, he says it's a 2-8. How, and someone's like, how is it 2-8? You can Smoker leader effect to withstand Dawn.
Exactly.
And then you can use one of your cards to withstand more Dawn. They don't want you to be like, okay, now he uses all to play like a 9-drop or something. Like, no. Or we play Mihawk. No. They don't want you to cycle that. That wouldn't be
because they kind of future-proofed it in a good way so that you don't play another Mihawk or something, or play something insane.
Yes, I actually do like that. I think that is definitely, it's good, but I'm not saying it's like fair in that way. I'm saying it's for its intended play lines. You play it in your intended play lines. What Bandai intended you to play, for sure. It's like, it's locking you out of stuff because it's like you withstand 6. You're intended to use those withstanded 6 however you please. But not anything beyond what you just withstood just off of Mihawk alone on your 10 Dawn. You're not supposed to go anything past it. You're supposed to use your intended 6.
Yeah, they don't want you to go crazy mode.
But then your intended 6 can be still used in the strong playline, for sure. Your intended 6 can be used to play the new 6-drop Luffy, which withstands Dawn, and then you can play another character who can also withstand Dawn. I'm sure there's one out there. I've heard Film Unta also does that.
Exactly.
Withstand more Dawn, so you can get like a 22 Dawn turn.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty good. Just like Emu, in a different way. In a different sort of way.
In a different...
You have as much Dawn value in a different type of way.
Yeah.
So you play these.
It's not as free. Because you're actually using cards in your hand.
Yes, for sure.
With it's just like, oh, I get to freely just...
Because it's all cards from your trash, right?
Exactly.
Because you discard everything from your board and you use your trash as your second hand.
Exactly.
I think that's cool. I definitely
did.
do like decks that use your trash as your second hand.
It's very interesting.
In a balanced
It's always
way. In a
interesting.
balanced way, I do like that. I do think cards like graveyard cards like Gecko Moria are always interesting. However, I think Gecko Moria was too universal. However, it wasn't going to Gecko Moria. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Straight up wasn't. And it's like, you know, it's like, yes, it was. Like,
well,
you can't use your leader effect.
You just couldn't use
You
leader
can't
effect
use your
again.
leader effect, and if you can't use your leader effect, it's kind of defeats the point.
Well, you were still playing
It does.
huge things.
You
but
did like it, but you would like it's like
You would like it
okay,
to be
hear me
better.
out.
You
You
would
would
like it to
like it to be a card that says, okay, I can still play this, still get the value off of it, and then use my leader effect to get even more value off of. It's the intended purpose of the deck to graveyard strategy.
Yeah, Moria just felt so...
And then Corona, where you can also use that
so
card.
much of like
but also, Portgasti Ace, where you can use that in Black Yellow Luffy. But also decks
that thing was crazy,
that
actually.
never had that access to Gecko Moria. Decks like Red Yellow Sabo can abuse this too. Decks like UI Ace can absolutely use this for sure, because it's a 5-drop ace, exactly what you're looking for in UI Ace. So you can absolutely use that for the effect. And I feel like Egghead Luffy is going to be good in that deck because, hear me out, the new promo, hear me out. The effect is end of turn. Flip, top face-up life card, down. Was UI Ace's effect. End of turn, all of the face-up life cards die. So you can use that effect to save that life that you healed. You can use it to just save your life and restand your Luffy. Like how Katakuri, most decks use it to restand itself.
Oh yeah, that's actually
because the effect is you can restand itself with the effect. It's like, oh, I don't have any Egghead targets. Itself is a target. So you can just use it as a body, next turn swing it, next turn restand it, and you can use it in UI to unstand your life.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have to take
That's
that in.
very good. And in a card like, in a card deck like Black Yellow Luffy, that would be good in Black Yellow Luffy because of the fact that Black Yellow Luffy says you can't get any of your, all of your cards that are face up or go to the trash instead. So if you were to put, like, let's say Trigger, face down, face up, not only get that back to hand, or you can use a trigger. But I feel like getting, do this, get this back to hand, and then I can use the baby to get this on field, and then use leader effect. Very good. Yeah. Very, very, very good for that deck. I feel like that's going to be... I feel like that promo is going to go far in that, and also...
It really will, to be honest.
Also, again, in freaking Red Yellow Sabo, because that plays life cards face up.
Exactly.
There's a lot of yellow decks that are really going to be able to take advantage of this McDonald's promo.
Exactly.
Luffy.
I think Ace will use it the best, or at least get the most value because of the fact that it has to trash face-up life.
Oh, for sure. I feel like it's going to get a lot of value.
On that fact alone,
we're going to have to tell the boy UI Ace main in our local area that's like, yo, you can use that for
it's time to buy 20 million.
What do I do with this? You just heal, and then you just get the free heal every turn. What? Oh, yeah. No, it's like Vegapunk. You just get the free heal, and heal. Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Good job. You got the heal, and you can just keep the heal. It's like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. That's gonna be pretty nice.
You realize that's just an extra card in your hand, so it's like.
Exactly.
So it's a 5/6. Technically draw one because you have the life card in your hand, technically, because that's still extra resource. That's still an extra card in your hand eventually. So you technically draw one, and you have a restand card. So the card protects itself on board because it can restand itself. And it's just very good all around. And of course, in Vegapunk, I'm an Egghead truther, so I already know how good the card effect is. I don't even have to play matches with that card. I have used and abused the Egghead stage for a long time. I am a truther of that stage. Some people don't run the stage because it's like,
I don't see how people
don't use. It's because they want to use more cards. It's still a brick. I run in the 4 of just because I have to see it. every game just because of how much value restanding one card gives me for my board, because your board is your life. And if you lose your board, you lose your life because you don't have the 9-cost Bonnie yet. We don't have the 7-cost blocker yet that can play out Sucker as well. So you can play 2 blockers in a turn for free. That's pretty good. Pretty good. 7/7 blocker is pretty nice. The new Stussy.
Oh, yeah.
7/7 Stussy. And then I was like literally telling Lane, I'm like, yo, this Boneyard is good, but nah, I ain't gonna get it. And you're like, why? You know I'm gonna get the altar, right? It's like, oh, of course.
Exactly.
Of course. Fully blinged out the Vegapunk decks. It's like, yeah, of course I'm gonna get the AA, the Vegapunk. But no, it's very good. I feel like Emu is sort of a Machidi counter to Vegapunk, if that makes sense. And I'll explain why. Because of the full board, right? Because Vegapunk is full board ASAP. It's like Rayleigh in that sense. Full board ASAP. Oh, you can generate so much bodies. You can spit so much bodies. And Emu is just a darker version of that, spitting out bodies for a lot less. Although having access to the stage easier is very good. I do like cards. I do like decks that have the stage.
That's crazy that you just get to
I feel like stage is one of the most underutilized mechanics, and I think it's now becoming very utilized. And Sakazuki is going to take heavy advantage of his own stage.
His stage is actually correct,
it's very helpful to have, very helpful to see. So I'm happy that he uses his stage for sure, especially now that like isn't Enies Lobby like Rob Lucci? I feel like Rob Lucci would.
Well, Enies Lobby is banned.
No, I know that for sure.
Are you talking about the
what is it? Is it like Hall of Justice or whatever?
You're talking about that stage?
Yeah.
I have no idea what it's called. It's that Navy building.
I think it might just be called Paramount War. Is it just called Paramount War? It might be.
It's that one.
That one. That's from Star Deck 6.
That's what I was thinking it was from.
Age Super. A lot of stuff from Star. Ooh, I'm not surprised. Ooh, I'm not surprised that's spiked. Yeah.
Whoa, what? Oh, it's crazy.
I'm not surprised. You need it for Sakazuki. You need it for Sakazuki. It's spiked.
$5. Oh my Lord.
However, that is from a set 1 stage, so I do hope this gets either reprinted or something, man.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how much that actually really
However, if they do want to give Sakazuki end of life support, because he is like tattoo, I feel like they could do something where it's like, okay, but we want to do something different. We could do this again in a different way. I feel like that could be like rebranding, because it's old. It's Star Deck 6. Black's first introduction in the game, I'm pretty sure. So, like, it's pretty good. 1 cost, give up to one of the characters -1. That's pretty good on its own. Just as an on play and activate main, I feel like, yo, chat, is this one of the things where it's like, Black was just ahead of its time? I feel like
it's definitely a good stage. It just didn't really have any Navy.
That's ahead of its time, I feel like. Very, very, very much. Two effects on the stage. No, 2 effects on the stage. I feel like that's ahead of its time. An on play and an activate main for a stage, that's ahead of its time. I feel like that is way ahead of its time. Most stages even now have that, like Emu is the only one where it has 2 effects. 2 effect stage. I feel like that's ahead of its time because Emu has a 2 effect stage. Navy HQ is a 2 effect stage.
Yeah, Emu
that's
stage
insane. That now we're starting with stuff like 2 effect stages, 2 effect events. Way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
Crazy, yeah.
Way ahead of its time. -2 for 1 is pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not
if you use it on play, -2 for 1 is pretty good. For free, by the way. For free. On the start of the game, -2 for 1 is very good.
It'd be very interesting to see what people play for the overall package. There's so many different cards.
Very good. You can go. If I would play the deck, I'll be like, Kuzan! 10 cost.
Oh yeah.
Pow, because with stage, with lead effect, okay. Yeah. Pop a 7 when it comes out.
Exactly. You'd be down to a 0.
That's ignoring anything else we have on board. So, if you had something else on board... Okay, full cost Kuzan. Stage. Lead effect.
Nah.
The turn you play the 10 cost, not 2 10 cost. Turn you play 1 10 cost. Pop a 10.
Exactly, literally.
Dang, that's what I want to see out of this deck, though. Is the crazy cost neg. That's this one. Saka freaking Zuki.
Yeah,
that's the type of thing. I don't say we missed it necessarily. I don't want to say that, but it's something we don't necessarily have in the meta at strong, since Lucci keeps getting hit. We won't necessarily have a deck that does like cost-based removal as strong as something like Sakazuki.
Cost-based removal is gonna get banned. Because it's too much of
I've seen them use Teach. I've seen people try Teach in this deck.
That Teach is pretty... There's just so much different cards.
Because it regurgitates any card still on KO, so it's pretty good.
Exactly, yeah. There's definitely a lot of options.
It's like, I feel like it's a better Whitebeard in that sense. Because hold on. Start. I'm talking about the Star Deck Whitebeard, where it's also the rest and pop something. From SC20 something?
Yeah.
No, it's not SC1 something, where it's Whitebeard. Or the Whitebeard pops something. It's the 7 cost Teach. Yep, right there. Did that spike? I feel like it might have. No, it didn't. It's just that it stayed steady.
No, there's just so many different things you could run.
You mean rest this character, KO up to 1 character that costs 3 or less. On KO, adds it to 1 black card from your trash to your hand. It's just pretty universal, it feels like. Newgate.
Yeah, I think the Newgate is just better because it got... you don't have to have a lot of stuff already.
You can power neg, though, for sure. And cost neg. That's what I like about the kind of like the Newgate.
Yeah, since it's 5,000 power less, I feel like it hits a lot more.
Because it's the same area, right? 3 cost or less, 5,000 power or less. Same type of beat. It's just whether you can like power negate it or not is the real question you want to have to solve. And you can solve it for sure. Because of course the Sakazuki, I don't even have to explain what Sakazuki does, even with his bans, because yes, he still has stuff like he doesn't have Great Eruption, he doesn't have Ice Age. All this really crazy cost neg. I don't know how they let Ice Age be legal. I was looking at that card, I'm like, how is that card legal? And Great Eruption was banned. I'm just super confused.
Well, Great Eruption is just better.
No, yeah. It's arguable. I feel like it's arguable. One for -5, and then you just say KO a 3 cost. That's super good. What?
The thing is, you're using...
And then you go, okay, minus, and then you go ahead and then just say, you're -7 now, I can have you KO a 3 cost to kill a 10. Super good.
Oh, I don't disagree that it's super good. It's just not as good as Great Eruption.
Super good alt, by the way. Holy! That's why I was mad about it. It made sense. I'm like, it's such a pretty card. Oh.
Which one?
No, Ice Age.
Oh, yeah. That's
PRB gave it a good alt, too. Yes.
That's pretty true. That was the start of the good event alts.
Oh, yeah. And then they give, like, Divine Departure. I hope they just keep that in Japanese, for sure. I don't know what they're going to do when it comes to English, for sure. I hope they just keep that as Japanese lettering. Divine Departure.
They probably will.
I would want so.
In the art,
Manga Booster did that too for Dragon Ball Z. They did not translate any of the cards. Like in the flavor text, if they said like, I'm gonna kill you in the card, they just like left it as like Japanese. Like,
oh, that's interesting.
Like it's like if they said like it's over in the card, they would be just like be like Owaida or something like that. So it's to be like they didn't want to have like an inaccurate translation though. I feel like that it's more pure just because there's definitely different translations. I've seen different translations. I've seen manga killed by translations where no one understood what the heck is going on just because the translations were so bad.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Yes, I've seen ones like that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a whole deep dive JoJo Trove. That's another conversation for another day because we're going an hour long. But you can look that up for yourself. By the way, speaking of, what do we got out of here? we got a pretty good Yap session, no lie, because that was actually pretty good stuff to talk about for One Piece. I definitely wanted to get those thoughts out there for sure.
Exactly.
It's definitely how the state of the game is going. We're gonna watch Egghead episode because
should be out by
it's
now.
lunchtime.
Exactly. We fire
Egghead because Egghead is starting to go in turmoil now. We're getting to what I call Act 3, and I can tell Blade in this now because of the fact that I know what Act 3 is like. Act 3 is when Dory and Brogy shows up. I consider that this end of Act 2, which Act 2 is flashback piece.
Exactly.
If we separate the most recent episodes of One Piece into acts, I say Act 1 is everything before flashback piece. Act 2 is a flashback piece, and then Act 3 is when Dory and Brogy shows up. I think that is when flashback piece ends, and then Luffy piece comes back. Although we might
having a lot of ties still wrap up. Even before
you're gonna love this as a Zoro fan. They're going back to Rob Lucci versus Zoro soon.
Hey, that's a W.
They're actually gonna finish Rob Lucci versus Zoro.
But that fight's been on for like decades.
But they're actually gonna finich up Rob Lucci versus Zoro because they need to get the hell out of there.
They do.
They need to be like, come on, Zoro, come on, Zoro. We need to get you out of here. But with that being said, hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Next time.